So there you have it, folks. Right. The essence of what you need to do to sell on premium price, the essence of how you can reduce cost without destroying quality, and a sense of who is that customer that I really want to sell and on what basis do I want to sell them. Now the only thing left is to figure out how do we communicate that. And most people do this in a very unsophisticated manner, right? The idea is, let's have an ad. Right? And so we develop an ad. We develop it somehow. If we're really basic and rustic, we do it ourselves, or we get our kid to do it, our talented child to do it. If we're a little more professional, we get an agency to do it. And what do? Well, they send over 3 or 4 alternative ads we could run. And most of us, what do? Well, we do the old boardroom test, huh? We lay them out on a boardroom table, and then we grab people as they go by and say, tell us, which ad do you like the most? And that'll be the one I run. And somebody walks in and they go, geez, wow. Ads should be funny. This ad's funny. I think we should do this one. And somebody else says, well, yeah, it's funny, but it has no aesthetic. It has no graphic flow to it. The ad should flow like from this corner to this corner, like the eye. I don't know. I mean, that may be funny, but this one has a much nicer look to it. And somebody else says, yeah, well, yeah. I see what both of you are saying, but none of them have people in them. An ad should have people in it, I like this one because it has people in it. And somebody else says, well, yeah, you're right. But that one has people too, and that one, she's wearing a red suit. Nobody wears a red suit. I think we should go with this one because it's a blue suit. And you can see, any trained marketer in the room is now pulling out their hair. Because who really cares what you like? It's not a question of what you like. The real question is whether or not the ad is what we would call on strategy. And on strategy can really be assessed quite simply in the context of what we call the 6 M's. The 6 decisions that you have to make before you choose to put an ad in a certain place. First, who are we talking to? We're talking to teens, adults, we're talking to seniors. Clearly, we would use a different vernacular depending upon who it is we were trying to reach. Second, what are we trying to do and reach them? Yeah, we might say that, well, I'm obviously trying to sell them. Well, yes, you are, but are you trying to introduce yourself to them? Are you trying to get them to come to your store for the first time? Are you trying to get somebody who used to come to your store to come back? Are you trying to get somebody who always comes to your store to come more often or for a different reason? What's the objective? What's the behavior you're trying to create? What message do you have to communicate in order to give them a reason to let you achieve your objective? What's the best place and what's the best time of day in which to deliver that message? How much are you prepared to spend to make it happen? And finally, how will you know if it works? We call this the 6 M's of campaign planning, the 6 decisions, if you will, that everyone wants to be able to make in order to figure out whether or not what we're doing is the right thing to do. This begs the question, of course, how do we make those decisions?